So Derek, when I last saw you, you were on stage at the Roden McGraw Theatre in Woking for the 2019 All Winners, which you kindly attended and gave out the prizes. And you spoke wonderfully from stage about your love of acting, but particularly your love of the theatre. And it was just such memorable material and for all of us. I just wondered if I'd just ask you to perhaps reprise it a bit and talk about.
I've totally forgotten it.
I think that one of the things that you said.
Be careful of what I said.
Okay, I'm trying desperately not. You're going to have to tell me if I misquote you here.
Right.
I think that one of the things that you said when at the All Winners at Woking was that you know that films get you the money and TV gets you the notoriety, but theatre is your first love. Have I correctly remembered what you said?
Remembered it word for word. Yes.
And so,
yeah.
I mean, just tell me about that. Just tell me about
I love all three, and I've been very privileged that I've had a career in all three. And that was all down to, I won't call it luck, I'll call it good fortune. Given the opportunity to do these things. Theatre, I think for me as an actor, gives me most satisfaction. It's the most frightening, the most terrifying, but the most rewarding. And the actor, while he's on stage, is in charge. Whatever he does and says, or his actions, his motivations, his emotions, come from him. They are his, and he owns them, controls them, and shares them with 1,000 people sitting out in the auditorium. And part of himself is sitting out there with them, so he knows the effect he's having all the time, which I think is essential. Television is the halfway house between that and the films. When the film, somebody else is certainly in charge of what's going on and what you're doing. You do it in little bits. If you get it wrong in a film, you go back and do it again. You do another take. Get it wrong in a theatre, 1,000 people may see you get it wrong. Lose your lines or whatever, trip over the furniture. Anything in front of a camera can be corrected. So it's an easier journey. It's also better paid than the theatre. The only wealthy actors I know are movie stars. They're the ones that get the millions, not theatre. Television, again, is the halfway house. Well paid, but it's not your Tom Cruise land. So every medium is fun. It really is fun. But the movies are the easiest, I think, because somebody else is ultimately in charge and ultimately decides what bit of your performance is seen, even what bit of you is being filmed. You may think you're doing well. The camera might be filming my left ear, as far as I know. But where it's all about for me is theatre, which was why it was so appalling when I got stage fright and couldn't do it.
So Derek, you never, to my knowledge, performed in amateur theatre because you went straight from St John's College in Cambridge to the Birmingham Rep, and then into the National Theatre and your acting career. But clearly, you approve of amateur theatre at the very least, because you're our national patron for the National Drama Festivals Association. So,
well, the first thing I ever did when I was 6 or 7, was at the local library, and I played The Prince and the Swineherd, a dual role in the Christmas play. And then I acted all the time at school, so that was amateur theatre. And I loved it. It was a great world to be in. And so I just love acting and actors. I just think they're They're special people. And anybody who wants to and has the courage to get up on the stage and expose themselves in that way, ask for attention and approval and praise, and is quite something. And if anybody's doing it and not getting paid for it, that doesn't matter. You know, I just approve of people actually getting onto that stage, because I've stood in the wings many, many times and thought, what a silly way to earn a living. Why do I put myself through the anxiety of this? I don't do it for the money. I really don't. That's a bonus. That's a plus. I do it because I have to do it. It's the only talent that I was given. I'm a bit of a slob in every other way, but I can get on a stage and entertain people. And anybody who can do that, paid, unpaid, professional, amateur, should be encouraged.
So Derek, as you can't be with us in Coventry for the All Winners finals, I wonder if you have nonetheless a message for the audience on the final Saturday night. As you know from Woking 2 years ago, we will gather and prizes will be awarded for best play, best actor, and etc. etc. Backstage award for the friendliest cast and voted for by the crew, or the adjudicators award, all of which you handed out. Do you have a message for the sort of for devotees of amateur theatre who will themselves be gathering for the first time probably in a year, more than a year?
Yeah. Well, I would say that the awards are the sugar on the cake. The awards are not really what it's about. They're lovely, celebratory on the last night. It's a warm, comforting moment to be awarded a prize. But not everybody can get a prize, but everybody deserves a prize. And the main thing is love. To love the actors, love what they do, the audience, love what they're seeing. And it's a wonderful coming together of people who all are in love with the same thing. And in that sense with each other. It's warm, friendly, gorgeous, and totally unique, totally unique. And I wish I was going to be there. I will be there in spirit. I'll be thinking, yes, I'll be thinking hard. And good luck to everybody, whether you win a prize or not, whether you forget your lines or not. Good luck, good luck.